It's 8 o'clock. Good morning, Monte Mesa of a GPO. He's the big boss over at GPO. Good morning, Monte.
Hi,
Thanks for
Monty.
joining us.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Bree.
Good morning.
First of all, nice mask. A little lemon
Oh,
leaf.
thank you.
Yeah. What kind of mask is that?
Homemade. My
Homemade.
wife made it.
Wow.
Nice.
She made like 14 for me. Every day I get to use one,
Nice.
following the 3 Ws.
That's
There
good.
you
Good for
go.
you, Monty. And I guess before we get into playing this Ross video that everyone's sharing and going around, what's the status of operations at GPO? So let's get that out of the way real quick.
Yes, I think we appreciate again the little relaxation of the limits of business to operate, especially non-essentials. And I think my team have gone above and beyond trying to make sure that we are safe, of course, and then our employees, our tenants, and ultimately it's safe for all customers, all our local customers. And I think the operation so far, we've been open for the last 3 days, and we've continued to adjust, looking at all the social distancing protocols, especially outside of the building. We know that we've seen all the photo shoots in Instagrams, Facebook, and my team
Twitter.
are keeping up with all of these.
Right.
And again, asking our local customers, they've been very cooperative. Everybody's been cooperative in adhering to the social distancing protocols, and we appreciate that. To include inside as well, inside we've had challenges, of course, to continue to enforce, the social distancing protocols. And every day we get new customers, and people just need to be educated. And we're glad that a lot of our local people are cooperating and understanding that we must all practice this, and we appreciate that.
Okay, let's pop up the video then, Monty, that you talked about here. Everybody was talking about this over the weekend. Obviously, Ross, huge draw. And people came out in force, in droves, by the hundreds. In what appeared to be just a crazy long line, everyone close together. And so, Monty, when you say that you're adjusting and trying to make sure you guys are meeting all the mandates and the protocols, how has the operation at Ross and on the GPO, especially the outside part, has it changed on this Monday morning?
Oh yeah, you will see. The first day, of course, that Ross opened up amid there was a pent up demand, no question about it, and the community, of course, every day we get calls when is Ross opening, and the minute we send out the social media the notification that they're opening, boom, and again, they start out with only 125 people, really less than 25% of the total capacity that they could have handled. But we wanted to make sure, and they wanted to make sure too, that they don't overcrowd the store, but also that we do this slowly so that we can adjust accordingly. And of course, a lot of people came, and yes, we had lined up outside, but there were just too many people, and a lot of them, not just individuals, but 3, maybe 5 people in one group. I said, whoa, they need to split up. And my team readjusted for that. And, we added more security people to help Ross control the line and ask people nicely to follow the social distancing. And they have. It took a little time to get everybody adjusted and understanding. So we ended up saying, well, everybody now today you see that there'll be one person on each of the 6 foot, even if they're family, they just have to take 6 lines if there's 6 people, because we can't have them bunching up. And we learned from that, and,
Right.
and we'll continue to adjust, and hopefully Ross will still be there, and we know people are pent up demand. They will want to get in line first to get the new products that have been put out, because they did do a lot of work to unload a lot of containers,
Right.
to make sure that they have the essential items that Ross is selling, and not just clothes, but household items. That's very high demand right now, and a lot of the home furnishing that people just want to upgrade a little bit,
Right.
to have a better presence at home. So we understand that, and we appreciate the local customers responding to our staff there, as well as our security. I mean, we know that people are anxious, and we support that. We want to open up as well, and we want to do it right.
Right.
And we listen to your program and all the advices coming from public health, and we're following them. And in some point, we're taking it a couple notch higher.
Right. Man, Monte, if everyone in that line stretches out 6 feet, land on the line is going to go all the way to Jigo or Malesso. You know what
Well,
I mean?
and that's correct. And public health has been down there. The inspectors have talked to my managers and told them, hey, then you should ask the people to stay in their car. So
Right.
we're gonna try to do that because we, instead of being out in the sun, of course, some people, hey, I need the sun. Okay, that's fine. Stand by your car then. So that way they don't bunch up on the line, and we will monitor that to make sure. I think the first 3 days, I think it was just a lot of pent up demand, but then a lot of people also text me or send me a message. Oh, okay, we'll come in a couple more days because that's too many people.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that definitely looked like a P-Core 3 line. That didn't look like a P-Core 1 line. What are the hours,
yeah.
though, for Ross? I mean, could people still go shop? Like, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. What are the
No,
hours?
no, they've adjusted a time now from 9 to 10, just so that they also have time to really refill the stores because they had backed up containers. And I'm glad that they're getting all their employees back too, because a lot of people wanted to get back to work, but we just have to wait. And I'm glad that public health and the governor had made some adjustments. We really appreciate all the adjustments to allow our businesses to reopen.
That's
And
what I want to
everybody's
ask you.
excited.
Right, Monte, because you were one of the big voices that was calling for allowing the businesses to reopen. So 3 days after you got what you wanted, what's it looking like for you guys?
Well, it's encouraging. I mean, it's not all the stores are feeling it. I mean, some more than others. We really appreciate all the people coming to the food court. As a matter of fact, we'll be setting up a outdoor tent. We're working with Johnny Cole to set up a nice big tent so that at least people can have an outdoor experience, until the restrictions are lifted where they can eat inside the air condition. And of course, we know that, the daytime it's hot. So, but we ordered a high tent so that way there's air circulation, and we'll be monitoring it as well and cleaning up after each person's use.
What about the stores over there at GPO? How many weren't able to make it out of this pandemic? How many stores have shut down?
Oh, we have 4. Of course, Forever 21 was the first casualty. Then we were having Chuck E. Cheese, and we had 2 kiosks. Actually 3 kiosks now pulled out because they just couldn't survive not doing any business for the last 5 months. But the 2 major, of course, is Forever and Chuck E. Cheese. However, we're still looking at others. We do have opportunities with some of the national tenants, and it's just timing now. And we're looking at 2021 because 2020 is gone. I mean, it's pretty much, we just got to wait it out.
Wow.
And hopefully we also get back our visitors, because that's a big component, not just for GPO, but also for 2 Month Sands. We've been open, we were open, ever since May when we started at TSP, and slowly with our restaurants, with Red Lobster, Chili's, Olive Garden, Join Us. I mean, they were able to attract a lot of our local people.
Right.
As a matter of fact, this weekend we set up tents outside for outdoor dining experience. So you can, call to make reservations for your family. Again, 4 to up to 5, 6 says DP Public Health, but we set each table up for 5 people so that we stay below the maximum. But it's another opportunity for our local people to enjoy with their family an outdoor experience down in 2 Month Sands on the street front sidewalk, something you would experience in Las Vegas or in Miami, Florida. So we're trying to adjust to the changes, but again, we're trying to make it possible for our local people to also enjoy it in the limitations that we've been asked to do it.
Monte, I know you said you're waiting until 2021, but you said something about national franchises. Can you give us a heads up? What are you looking at possibly coming to Guam?
Of course, we still are trying to get the big names here, the big box operators, because they have piqued their interest with with some of the national big stores here. Looking at Ross, looking at Home Depot, looking at Kmart and Macy's, and they seen this one store operation, and they say, "Wow, these guys are continuing to do well," and are really the stores in Guam now, at least from our tenants that we have national stores, they're all on the top two or at least top three, but most of them are on one or two in terms of the gross sales volume they're producing out of the stores at GPO. And that is a testament to our local people, but also the success that we've had with GVB, with getting our markets out of Japan and Korea being our two main sources now. So we're missing that component at the moment, but we appreciate the local business that we've been getting because it's encouraging. We're getting close to the 50% of what we usually get, and we understand that we're the homestay order, and we still got a lot of our mature market that has not come out as freely as the
mature market. Wow.
Yeah.
Monte, so what is it? Old Navy or Target, Walmart? No names?
You're warming up. You're really warming up.
We're warming up. All right. Well, I want to be hot. So, Monte, thanks. We wanted to bring you on. I'm glad that you addressed this whole Ross issue, head on. And thanks for jumping on. I know it was last minute. Anything in closing you want to throw out before we let you go and move on to Lillian?
Well, no, again, we appreciate all the support from our local customers, and we'll continue to try and meet the demands, but also meet the protocols that are necessary to continue keeping us in business, because we want to stay in business. We hope we can continue this moving forward. And I think all the businesses I've seen so far have taken it to the next level in ensuring their safety and their customer safety. And I think everybody is practicing the 3 W's.
Right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Monte.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate
you guys
it.
have a nice day.
You too. Nice mask, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Lillian, we'll see you. Thank you.
All right. Maybe you could let Lillian in the back door at Ross so she could knock out some shopping.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea. I will talk to Ross and see what we can do.
There you go. All right.
Okay, Lillian, we'll see you. Thank you.
Thank you, Monte.
Take care.
All right, 8:13. We have Reverend Tax.